Okay, now the fun begins. 4th job Mihile. By this point, you're thinking, well, is Mihile still worth maining? The answer is no, compared to most classes, but it's fun. You've got a mixture of one bossing skill and one grinding skill that you're going to use for the rest of your career as a Mihile. But that aside, you get some pretty nice buffs. For instance, Soul Shield, Soul Asylum, which increases your damage taken through Soul Shield by 20%. Expert Sword Mastery, which every class gets. Well, they get their own Expert Mastery. Advanced Final Attack increases your attack from final attack and permanently increases your attack stat by 30. 4-point Assault is your main bossing skill. I'm not buffed, so excuse the damage. It's 4-point Assault, but I've got the Hypers, which will come on episode 5, that give you an extra hit and more damage with them. Radiant Blast, excuse the lag, Radiant Blast is your main grinding skill. It does 6 hits unless you get the Hyper, which makes it do 7. You've got Roiling Soul, which is your bossing skill. It's really handy. It gives you 60% more damage and 20% more critical rate, and 15% more minimum critical, but makes all your skills 1v1. So you use that against bosses when you want to absolutely destroy. It's really overpowered in my opinion. I'm waiting for it to get nerfed somehow. Combat Mastery ignores 40% of enemies' defenses by default. You've got Stance, which, you know, it's power stance, 95%. And Maple Warrior, which every class gets. Pretty fun. When it comes to the order which you'll add skills, you'll want to put 1 point in Radiant Blast and immediately max out Combat Mastery and Expert Sword Mastery in whichever order you choose. From there on in, Soul Asylum, Advanced Final Attack and Roiling Soul can come whenever you want. I usually max Stance last. Maple Warrior's there. Radiant Blast you can just max whenever you feel like maxing your attack. 4-point Assault usually last because you don't boss until late game. But 4th job's pretty much just whatever you want to max whenever you want to max it.